It could be education, it could be business, it could be anything. It requires discipline. I have to tell each and every one of you that it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, your age, you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. And I always say, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And the reason that I always say that, because I didn't grow up with things being handed to me.
All of you need to listen to this, no matter how old you are or how young you are. You should never stop working for your goals. Life is not too long, so fulfill your dreams as you want and never stop believing in yourself. Even if there's no one to cheer you up, don't get disappointed. Be your cheerleader. I was not always good at my work, but I stayed consistent and I never stopped believing in myself, even after people talked bad things about me and tried to discourage me at every step of my life. Nobody's life is easy. Every person faces some difficulties in their lives. There are many ups and downs in your life, and you go through many tragedies. I went through a lot. I even had clots in my lungs, and I faced some physical and mental trauma in my life. But I never gave up. If you stay committed to your work, then I can promise you that you will achieve your goals one day and you will be proud of yourself. I had people in my life who treated me badly just because of the color of my skin and just because of the reason that I'm a woman. Some people discouraged me and tried to make me fall, but I had faith in myself. I proved all those people wrong who never believed in me, who never stood with me in my difficult time. And I want you to have faith in yourself and stop caring about those who don't believe in you.
Work hard, I had to dedicate myself, and I had to be determined, and I was. Even outside of sport, it could be education, it could be business, it could be anything. It requires discipline, hard work, determination, and most importantly, it requires self-belief. Like me, some people might not believe in you, but you have to believe in you, and sometimes you're going to be your own cheerleader, and you have to be your biggest and your best cheerleader. So to all you young athletes, take that to heart and never stop believing in yourself, and really always support who you are. I promise you I'm wrapping up, but boy, I didn't realize I wrote this much. The ride for me was not and has not been easy, and maybe your ride won't be easy either, but I'm not standing here because I just kind of cruised on, but I've had my shares of ups and downs. I've had many struggles at the same time, and I lived through tragedies and controversies, and I've had people look down on me. I've had people put me down because I didn't look like them. I look stronger. I've had people look past me because of the color of my skin. I've had people overlook me because I was a woman. I had critics say I will never win another Grand Slam when I was only at number 7, and now here I stand today with 21 Grand Slam titles, and I'm still going. And I cannot help but think of my favorite poet, Maya Angelou, and she has this poem called "And Still I Rise," and it's a long poem, but I just want to quote a bit of it. So here it goes. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me with the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Just like moon and suns with the certainty of tides, just like hopes and springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling like teardrops weakened by my soulful cries? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. From a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into the daybreak that's wonderfully clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I rise. I was really focused on reaching my goals, and I knew at that point there was one player that I wanted to pass. I wanted to pass Steffi Graf's record, and that really meant a lot to me. And when I put my mind to something, I really am determined to reach it. I am the dream and the hope of a slave. I rise. I feel like winning for me is super addictive. I feel like once you experience it, you always want to get that feeling again. And when I won my first championship, I was only 17 years old, but I never forgot that feeling. And I feel like every time I win one, I want to reach that feeling of your first championship. There's really no feeling in the world. All these years training and being a little kid and playing and then winning, it's just a wonderful experience. So for me, I've always felt like I love that feeling. When I grew up, I always wanted to be the best. And I said, you want to be the best, you got to emulate the best.